Hello guys. Alright, so where we stopped last time was on the auto continue. So what the auto continue is supposed to do is to, as the name suggests, automatically continue. So basically every time you do 1, 2, 3, 4 continues, 1, 2, 3, 4 continues, 1, 2, 3, 4 continues. To stop this continuing, you just need to click cancel. That's all you need to do, is click cancel. So it should be very straightforward. Click cancel, yeah. So the problem is, how do we get the computer to know that you clicked cancel, at which point you want it to not keep going? I'm going to rearrange these over here so that this will match right on top of that. And now that I have some more freedom, I can even put this up here. I'm gonna move all these further down because there's going to be something. The auto continue should dwarf the auto start for the next run. That is the key, is that this will occur for the next run. The auto continue, we need a system that can stop the auto continue from auto continuing when you click cancel, right? So we're gonna need to set up something that supersedes the auto continue, something that's more powerful than the auto continue, and that's just going to be a true or false out here. So basically it's gonna always be set to false. That is the default setting, is always false. This will be a shift register, and this data will be used here and at the end, and I'll get into how and why in a second. Now this is true, so I would like this true. This true is the true that you get from, well, I can get that true from over here. This is the true that you get because of this cancellation, right? So this is when you press cancel. This comes out as true. Now we're gonna have to set up, in all of these, we're gonna have to set up false constants. Probably one more. There we go. So only when you cancel, this will be true. Only when you cancel. Now how is this important? I'm gonna need to get another one of those equal true. So we will need to check whether auto continue is true or not. This is going to be essential to what we are trying to do now. So if auto continue is true, right? And wording is very important here. If the auto continue is true, that means if we have previously told the program that we want it to automatically continue, then we need to check on the status of this true false. So this up here, which comes in as false always, right? We're gonna have to select here, do a selection. If this is true, right? If this here comes in as true, then I want my selector to become true. Otherwise, I want it to remain as it was. That's very important. I want it to remain as it was. So there we go. This is that piece of code. So let us go over it again, because I know it might sound a little tricky. So if this is true, so basically if you cancel, right? So remember, we have a variable set to false. Now if you cancel, this variable becomes true. So this variable, if you cancel, just true, becomes true, and I want that truth to be updated. So there we go. So now what we just did is we converted this to true when this is true. Now, why did we do this? So when this was false, right, if this is false, then this will remain false. In the false case, then to stop, when do you stop? If auto continue is true, or so if auto continue is true, or if you click next, oh, hold on, ready needs to always be there. You need to always be ready. So ready actually needs to move with the stop sign. All the rules and ready. So if you click next, or if auto continue is ready, either one of those, if either one of those is true, then you move on to stop, right? Right. But there's a trick, and here's the trick. The trick is that the auto continue should only continue if this is false, right? So in a normal case, this would be false. In a normal case. Now, if this is false, right, then I need to, first I'm going to flip it to true. So if this is false, it is now true. Now, it's false, which means true, and then I want both of those to be true. I want the auto continue to be true and this to be true in order to send a true signal. Why so many trues? Because basically what I just did is this will not work. This true will not work unless this is false, which is the normal setting, which means you never canceled. If you cancel, right, I want you to disable the auto continue, and when you cancel, the auto continue is disabled. Now, when would the auto continue be re-enabled? That's gonna be coming up next here. So let's put that there. Let's put this there, so I can move the next to the top side. There we go, and we can move the knot there. This image can move all the way to the end. We can now move all this data back. There we go. There will be condensing at the end. I will condense more, but for now, there we go. Alright, so why did we do this entire step, which seems messed up? So now the system will only run when, okay, so initially this is false, right? When this is false, this is true. So initially this is gonna always be true. So now that this is true, if auto continue is true, then auto continue is true, and then if it's a next or an auto continue and it's ready, then it moves on. Otherwise, if this is interrupted by one of these, one of the true case, which means we cancelled it. So when this is cancelled, it becomes true, which makes this false, which disables auto continue. Why did I check if this is true, send true? That doesn't make sense. I just realized that. What? Crazy. Crazy. Why would I check if it's true? If it's true, it's true. This doesn't make sense. Huh. That was hilarious. So there, you guys see that, you know, I make mistakes too. I'm somewhat human. Alright, so let's go back here. Alright, so when auto continue is true, and this is true, which means it's defaulted false, everything is fine. Now, when this comes true, offsets the balance, this becomes false. Because this is true, this becomes false, and then false plus true is false. And this will not go through unless you click next. Now, the trick is that when I click next, I need a check to go on, because when I click next and next becomes true, when next becomes true, okay, so if next is false, where you did not click next, I want it to process this data as it normally does. Now, which is, in normal cases, it processes it as false, right? Normally, this comes in as false. And if I click next, what I want it to do is I want to force it to be false. Aha! This is the trick. The entire trick is in this single sentence where I am forcing the code to process as false. Does everybody get that? Hopefully. So now, when I click next, every time I click next, it automatically makes the default false, which we already discussed. Yes? No? Maybe? I do realize I'm talking to myself, but that is part of making videos for you guys. So I'm getting pretty used to talking to myself. So if anybody sees me talking to myself, you'll know exactly why. It'll be your fault. Alright, so there we go. Here's this, and here's that. And we just set up an auto-continue system. But we are not done. Why are we not done? Because what we still need to do, still have not done, is we still have not set up what the auto-continue does. Right? So the auto-continue skips this. Oh wait, we did. Sorry, my bad. I thought we had to do something back here. Okay, so I think we're done with that. Let us go test it, right? It's not fun unless you know it works. So let us go ahead and do that. In just a second. There we go. Okay. What were we doing? We were gonna test it. I'm just thinking ahead. Later on when arranging, we'll probably fix this up so this won't take so much space. Alright, so let us test. Is this the auto continue? Auto continue. Oh, big button. We're gonna have to set some new rules for these auto buttons. But now we have this extra space here. So these actually move this way. There we go. Huh. We can probably get rid of this and set up the auto continue. Oh. We're gonna need separate light for the auto continue. So the auto continue is gonna have a light of its own. Anyways, let us go ahead and play and see what happens. Normally, you start with nothing. You select all four. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fourth one is out of frame. And then you go to next frame. Now let's do an auto start. Select all four. 1, 2, 3, and let's say 4. Next frame, it's automatically starting when I click the next frame. Now let's set up auto continue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do cancel. Oh, David just canceled. Well, select point 1, yes. Oh, select point 1, select point 2, select point 3, select point 4. It still won't go on, even though auto continues on, because I stopped it, right? I stopped auto continue, so I need to force it back into motion. Now let's say I want to skip 10 frames, go on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, oh, 3. Oh, hold on. 2 shouldn't be there. Cancel. 2 somewhere over here. Right? And then 4 is somewhere over here. And then we go to next. There we go. Beautiful, huh? Select the first point, and it tells you. It always tells you. So turn off auto continue, turn off auto start. Select all the points. And this is point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. You got all the points. Ready for next frame. Beautiful. And this, if it's out of frame, you just say out of frame. And here's all the data. We got to 128. Why can't I scroll down? Let's select points 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? What's going on here? Where's the rest of the data? Okay, let's try this again. Auto start, auto continue, select all 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, select point 4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Oh, okay, that's select point 4. 1, 2. Oh, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel. Out, 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 out. Next. Cancel. Out, 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 out. Next. Cancel. Out, 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 out. Next. Cancel. Minus 10. Minus 10 out of frame. It's beautiful. It's working. Do you guys see that? I know I was talking to myself. So, there we go. We set up this auto continue system. It's just beautiful. All these systems are just, it's magnificent. It's amazing feeling when you create a code that just works all by itself. I can't describe it to you guys. You have to do it yourselves, and it is rewarding in its own ways. I'm not telling you it's the best thing ever, but trust me, you want to do it, you will enjoy it, you will, it just is something fun to work with. You can't I don't think you can at least find yourself regretting doing things. And you can pretty much code anything. I know I have wasted a lot of video hours on this, but tell me it was not worth it, because I don't know about you guys, but I think it was very worth it. First of all, I learned a lot of things, and this is basically my learning process. So this has actually helped me be able to do many things perhaps later on in the future, because I have just exposed myself to all these things that I otherwise wouldn't have. And I'm really hoping that you guys are not only watching me do this, but you guys are actually trying to do these things yourselves, because if you are not, then you're not learning. You're not getting the full, I don't want to say the full experience, but there's more to it that you are not exposed to because you are not trying. So go ahead and try, and don't think it's hard. You can do it. I'm not gonna say I believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. That's gonna be the end of that. And you will come up with your own quirky things, like my correction or overcorrection of all these points. You'll get something. You'll be correcting yourselves on something millions of times just to get it in perfectly enough. And as I said, this is the, how to put this? This is the presentation of your work, right? You don't want your work to be lacking in any way, right? You want it to be perfect. Well, at least I hope that's what you want, because that is what I want from my work. So whenever you're gonna work with something I've done, you will immediately notice it. You will know, okay, David has worked on this. You'll probably know this because of the way everything's arranged. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's just how it is. I like to arrange all my data. I like to keep it as compact as I can. Makes me feel better. That's the key. The key is that it's making me feel better. I'm not doing this for anybody, right? I'm not trying to make this better for you guys so you can understand better, or for any other reason. I'm doing this so that I can understand better, because I know what's what. I can see patterns in my work and know well what that's supposed to do, right? So when you come back to a piece of code that you haven't worked in a long time, it gets complicated because there's all these things that you have not worked in a long time, and you're not gonna remember. And I cannot tell you how many times I thought I would remember, and I don't. It just doesn't happen. You just forget, things happen, and it just goes off your mind. So make sure you are on top of everything. Let's see. Alright, so I think we have done enough for this episode yet again. So perhaps we shall meet again on the next episode, which will hopefully also be as exciting as this one. And if this one was not exciting for you, then I don't know. I don't know what you're doing here. Yeah, I don't know why you're trying to learn LabView, because this project to me is just revolutionary. We are doing so much. I hope you guys are seeing how much we are doing here, how much we have worked on, how much we still have to do, right? So I still have a long way to go in this. I'm not done here. But again, this is not just about me. You guys should be enjoying this as well. Hope so, at least. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode. I know none of you are probably sad about that, but it's getting pretty late, and I've been recording non-stop for about 4 hours now. So that's a lot of content. Let me see here. I can actually show you guys. Here's the recordings. Look at that. I have about 4 hours, 2 gigabytes, 8 videos to upload. Well, to finish and upload. So that will probably not happen till later on this weekend. And I'm still gonna be fixing around, jiggling with this, trying to make it even more and more, adding features and making it more compact, making it more awesome. Frame number. You cannot read frame number. You're going back to F number. I'm gonna save right now. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm not sure what I will be doing yet, but we will see together. See you guys in a bit. Bye.